Well, Eyal Mehaber, it's a pleasure having you today.
Thank you.
Thank you for the time. I know you guys drove down from Hollywood. Thank you for the time, guys. I really appreciate it. I looked a little bit into your business in the sense of I know you were in multifamily.
Right.
What got you started?
So we came to, my wife and I, we came to Florida 1989, 88, 89. And actually I came broke, no money. We came with, I was doing, working out with the commodities.
Okay.
Stock market commodity, okay, we lost a lot
You were
of money.
trading commodities.
Yes.
Okay.
Lost a lot of money with that, okay? And we came down here because my wife said, you know what, I want Florida. It's too cold. You know, New York is very cold, okay?
You were in New York.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, originally I'm from Israel.
Okay.
That's another story. We can talk about it too. But yeah, so we came down to New York, to South Florida. And basically we say, you know what, why don't you take your real estate license? Become a realtor, because I need to make a living. I couldn't go back. You know, once you come down from New York to Miami, if you go back, you're not considered a failure.
Correct.
I don't believe.
I think there's a saying now called halfbacks. The people that come down from New York and they basically go half back and they end up in South Carolina
There you
or
go.
North
That's
Carolina.
something, right?
Yeah.
It's a half failure. But I'm from Israel. Being that I'm from Israel, failure is not an option. You just can't fail.
Correct.
Right? So basically, I took my license and I started a company called Arvida in Boca Raton, to show houses, sell houses, right? You know, $500,000 house, commission.
Correct.
So you take the license, basically, you know, I was over there for a while, okay? I went for a tour, an old man in Delray Beach, showing me a house, a $2 million house for sale, right? Walking,
You were going to list the house.
Right. It was walking very, very slowly, you know, and this is the garage, and this, like, get out of here, it's not for me.
Too slow pace.
Too slow pace.
Too slow pace for you.
Too slow pace for me, right. So at the same time, my wife got involved with another friend of her, and that person kept telling her, whatever you do in real estate, do commercial. Why? As a realtor, why? Because commercial, you can have a big check, 50K, 75K. Okay, in residential you can have it's small, 8,000, 5,000. It's okay, but you know you're gonna work hard, okay, and put the time and the effort. Why not go big, go home.
Big.
Right, exactly. So therefore, I switched to commercial very fast. That the residential did not last. I just couldn't. It was too slow pace for me. Makes sense? It's like,
yeah, of course.
Too many people. They just, it's like getting a listing, very, very slow pace.
Did you have anybody mentor you into
No, I didn't have a mentor. Zero.
Into commercial? What books did you read?
Zero books.
Zero. So you just went all in.
I went all in. My wife was a big support system. We worked together. Still married to her 35 years. In fact, I'm writing a book right now about my life. So we went to. I got involved in a place called Commercial Real Estate in Hallandale.
Okay.
Hallandale Beach, right there by east of 95. 220 West Hallandale Beach. Actually, no, they moved. It's 481 South Dixie Highway in Hallandale, right. So we went over there. It was like, just think about it, 50 agents, okay? Most of them are lazy agents, okay?
Correct.
They don't want to work, okay? They just got a cup of coffee. I'm not going to the goddamn office to drink coffee. I'm going to work. I got to pay bills. I got 2 little girls at home, okay? I got to pay bills, okay? So we figure out that you really cannot, during that time, we're going back 25 years ago, more. 27 years ago, okay? No social media, no internet, no YouTube. Okay?
Phone calling and knocking on doors.
That's it. And you get your leads from the Sun Sentinel at the time.
Do you think that those kind of marketing, knocking on doors and calling can still be used today?
No, because for one thing, all those phone call, for example, Sun Sentinel and the classified, for rent, $700 a month, $600 a month, apartments, right? You call the number, those are owners, mom and pop. Those mom and pops are gone. They got eaten by big corporation. Mm-hmm. Make sense?
Yeah, makes
so
sense.
they don't own 20, maybe 20 or 10 units, but 50 units, 100 units, all by big corporation.
Okay.
So at that time, so there was a Sun Sentinel, okay, true story, classified ad, okay, many ads, like a whole page, 200 ads, 250 ads, okay, with phone numbers, okay.
That's a lot.
Rent my apartment because people want to rent units. As a landlord, okay, that's how you advertise at the time. There was no other. You're a landlord. You own 20 unit, 30 unit. How do you advertise? You can put a sign out, right? But at the end of the day, today we have internet. During that time, you have the Sun Sentinel, okay? So you put a phone number.
Or the flyer.
A flyer.
The flyer back
And
in the
then
days.
Back in the day, right? It's
Yeah.
$700 a month. Okay, call this number. I used to call the number, okay, and solicit it basically, and tell people, I'm a realtor, and I like to make an appointment so I can list your building, get you a buyer. The thing is, there's a lot of distraction during the day. Okay, people walking around the office, drinking coffee, and then a lot of people are not even home. The landlord.
Correct.
They're
They're
only home
working.
at night. There's no cell phone, by the way, right?
Correct.
No, we're going back 27 years ago. Okay. Maybe limited cell phone, very limited. So there's no cell phone. Okay. So I had to go back at nighttime.
To the
Think
office.
about it. 6 p.m.
To
until
work.
10 p.m. So me, I was very determined. Like I said, I couldn't go back to New York. Very determined
You
until
were
I
hungry for success.
very fire in the belly. Right. I used to call at least 100 to 200, maybe 200 phone calls until I want to make sure that phone ring. Somebody pick up the phone, make an appointment for the next day. So during the daytime, I'll go meet the people. Nighttime, I'll do the call.
How did you overcome all those no's? I'm pretty sure you would call 200 phone calls a day.
Right.
How did you overcome everybody just hanging up on you at that time? to
I
not
didn't
bother you?
care. At that point, like, you know what? It's sort of like dating.
It's true. It's
by
true.
the way, yeah. So before I met my wife, okay, I did like maybe 200 girls. Literally, I mean dating, not relationship. Could be a cup of
Correct.
coffee.
Getting to know.
Getting to know, okay, if not someone next, because you can't, there's no time to waste. I was at the time, okay, listen, at 18, 19, I was dating girls in the 20s, 25, 28. I was
Older.
very mature, yeah.
Same here. Same here.
Right.
My first wife, 6 years older than me.
Right, there you
I
go.
was 20, she was
Okay.
26.
There you go, okay.
Yeah.
So, rejection, that's okay, go ahead. I laugh all the way to the bank.
Same here. Yeah, of course. Just keep it moving.
Exactly.
Keep it moving, man.
Exactly.
That's the way it is.
Exactly.
So you started selling commercial. Did you work for a big brokerage?
So the company was mom and pop guy,
Okay.
mom and pop, 50 agents.
Okay. That's pretty big.
That's pretty big.
That's
yeah,
pretty big.
Yeah,
50 agents is pretty
right.
big.
And the thing is, most of them, okay, lazy, very, very lazy. Because not that you know what? Maybe not lazy, but afraid of the phone.
The thing is that most agents, right? This is what I've come to notice is they, as soon as they sell that one house and they make 50,000,
They take a
40,000,
vacation for
they
the
take
next-
a
for the
vacation.
next 4 months.
They think that the money's gonna last
Right.
them the whole year, and
not,
all of a
it
sudden they
doesn't.
run through all the money, and
What
guess what?
happened? Right.
Now they're back stressed out.
Right.
Oh my God, I need to go sell a house. I need to go sell a property.
So, right. So we had meeting in the office every Tuesday. There was a
They
meeting.
must have hated you, man.
Oh yeah.
They must have hated
Well, they hated me
you
because I didn't speak the language. Okay. Oh, I'm a foreigner. Yes. And here I'm coming, and I take all the business. And I don't. Listen, there's business for everybody. Go out, pick it
Instead
up.
of-
Okay. Don't be goddamn lazy.
Instead of them seeing you as motivation,
Right.
they saw you as the enemy.
Exactly. So, but here's the good news. Every Tuesday we have a meeting at the office. Okay. My broker was so stubborn. Come to think of it, even 9/11 Tuesday, he had a meeting. I couldn't believe it. As the plane falling to the towers, we had a meeting. But every Tuesday he had a meeting. Okay.
Wow.
And I will present all my listing. Right. I would say there was about average 10 listing at 50 agents. I had about 7 out of 10. Most of the listing were mine. Okay. Believe it or not, every single listing was overpriced by at least 20-25%.
Wow.
What does it mean overpriced?
What year is this?
We're going back 1998, 99,
Okay.
2000. Overpriced because people don't want to sell. Say you own a house, right? And the house was $1 million. And I give you $1 million, you're not going to get out. You're happy. You have your family, you go to school, right? But let's say I give you 1.5, 1.8. You'll go out.
You incentivize them.
Absolutely. The same thing with listing. But you know what? Those people, the brokers in the office, they had no choice because at the end of the day, they're drinking coffee, okay, or they can make a phone call to people because either they're too lazy or they're afraid of rejection.
Correct.
They took my listing, they sold my listing. Just sold 9 out of 10 my listing. הוא לא יקר. Money, dollar signs for me. Listing
Of
means
course.
dollar signs.
Of course. When did you end up going from selling to actually owning your own commercial?
Right. So my wife said, you know what? It's very nice. You're making money. I was making, let's say you're making $50,000 here, $100,000 here, even $200,000 here. My first check was just about $255,000.
Wow.
I was very hungry for a whole year. Nothing stuck. Okay, imagine that. You know, even you have no money, the credit card you can't pay. There's nothing coming in. So and then we start making money, right? 100,000, 200,000, 75,000, nice checks. Okay, but my wife was like telling me, you know what? You're making money, very nice. But you know what I see? I see those owners from New York, a lot of landlord buyers coming from New York. Okay, they buy a property and they flip it. You flip it into them. Okay, every 6 months, or every year. Okay, they're making $2 million a year. $3 million, okay? I would like to instead of making $200,000, make $2 million.
Your wife told you
Yeah,
this.
I'm like, you
Look
know
at
what?
that. She's the brains behind everything.
behind
man.
everything.
She's the brains behind
There you go.
everything.
Thank you.
She's the brains behind everything.
Wife.
That's a good wife, man.
That's a great wife, yeah.
That's a good wife.
I got lucky there, yeah, absolutely. So then I started, I met my first partner. By the way, I always like to be with smarter people than me in the room, okay? Somebody smarter than me.
100%.
My managers are smarter than me in the property, right? My employees. Because if I have someone in the same level, I didn't do anything.
Correct.
They can't take me to the next level, right?
Correct.
That's the thing, next level.
Mm-hmm.
So the bottom line is, so my partner came in, my new partner came in at a time to buy property, right? I didn't meet my first partner. That's going to be in the book. And basically he saw my name on the wall, top agent, 1998, top agent, 1999, top listing agent, top selling agent, okay? The wall was full of
Your picture.
my name,
Your
right?
name.
Keep in mind, there are like 50 agents, right? And I'm not in the office. I'm always busy on the go. The guy's like, you know what? I want him. So yes, the receptionist said, the guy's busy. You can't get a hold of him. You have to make an appointment. I'll wait. He waited 4 hours for me.
Wow.
Yeah, in the office.
He was
okay.
determined.
He
He was determined to meet you.
Because the guy likes to work with winners only.
Okay.
You know?
Who doesn't? Who doesn't?
We all try to, always to do better and better every day. So, he came to my office and I went to the computer and said, what do you want? Well, I have $2 million, even showing the money. He showed me the statement, I have $2 million, I want to buy some property. What do you have? I'm like, okay, let me look at the computer, MLS. No, don't give me the MLS crap. I want to see what you have in your pocket. Okay, off market.
Off market.
No problem. I took my drawer, I pick up a couple of off-market deals, I said, come in my car. We put a contract on, a few of them, okay. Down the road, 6 months here, down the road, say, you know what, I like you. Let's buy. Don't forget about the commission, okay? That's not going to take it to the next level, okay? You want to get something better than that. You want to be, be part of the property, okay? Part of it, okay?
That's what he told you.
Yeah, I was ready already to move forward. I was ready.
Wow.
I already had,
Did he present you?
I had already seed plans, okay? That I'm here. I'm better. I know I'm here in this lifetime, okay, to do better. Yes.
Yeah, let's fix that real quick.
Sorry.
Did he present you with the opportunity to invest?
No, I
with
did.
him?
I presented the opportunity for him, and then I say, you know what? If you don't mind, okay, instead of don't give him commission, I want to be part of the
Smart.
deal.
That's smart.
Right. And that's how I started buying properties.
That's very smart.
And then I gave up my license, and I
What kind of property was it? Was it
that was a warehouse, mixed use too, retail. okay.
Flex?
Right, flex.
Flex? Around where at?
That was actually on Dixie and Washington Street.
Okay, so this is all east.
Yeah, east. Yeah, Hollywood.
East.
Yeah.
What year is this?
We're going back around 2001, 2002.
What were interest rates back then?
Back then, it was high.
See,
It was-
people are
it was
scared.
high.
People are scared of interest rates. It's not the interest rate; it's the price. If
I
you get
always
the
said that.
price,
I always said
if
I
you
don't care.
always lock in a good price and you know that it's a good price,
Right.
the interest rates are going to go down.
People always ask me when is a good time to buy. No such thing. Good time, bad time to buy. It's all about the deal.
Correct. You get
Right.
it. You lock in a good price.
Correct.
Interest rates go down. Refinance, cash out, refinance, whatever, and off
You
you go.
understand the game?
Of course.
I can appreciate
I
that.
love real estate. Love real estate. Love real estate. So wow, okay. And how long did you hold that property, or you still hold it?
No. We buy and flip. Okay, then we start buying stuff. I did like condo conversion. Okay.
You
at
did
the
condo
time.
conversions. This is back before the
2006,
recession.
Before the
How was
crash.
that?
We got lucky. We got out in time.
Awesome.
We pay for 200 unit, Deerfield Beach. Okay, I'm gonna make a movie about it too. It's a very good story. We paid $12 million for property,
12 million. How many units?
200 unit.
Wow, big.
40 units were done, fire damage,
Oh, fire
and
damage.
the seller kept the money. Oh yeah.
So he was committing insurance fraud. Or
No,
or
he
didn't- or
kept the
didn't?
money. No, that was part of the
He
contract.
just kept. Oh,
So I don't
okay.
care, and I'm giving it to you like that. Okay, that's okay.
Okay. So
3 years earlier, he paid for the property $3 million.
Wow.
So the people tell me, "You're crazy. What are you doing?" And I have to put non-refundable money too. Okay. By the way, you have to. My lender referred to me as a cowboy because they put non-refundable money. In order to win deal, listen. In 25 years in the business, I never lost a dime
Look at that.
in non-refundable deposit. Yeah. So and this particular so we paid $12 million. Okay. That time the condo conversion. I don't know if you remember 2005, 2006. Okay, very big.
Yeah.
Not necessarily not on the beach, inland too.
Correct.
Okay, that should be sell, yes. So my partner was smart at the time too. He's a very smart guy. Okay, he didn't try to reinvent the wheel, so he brought a developer partner with us to do the condo conversion. That's all he does, condo conversion.
Was
Somebody else
he
bought.
a home developer or was he
Condo,
multifamily?
no, multifamily.
Okay.
We give him some percentage of the deal, okay, and and then he took the lead to convert it to condos, right? We had an exit of $22 million.
Wow.
Right after that, market crash.
Look at that.
Yeah.
God was on your side.
Yeah, God, luck, and again, timing.
Timing.
And we did not listen. It was out of, condo conversion at the time. It wasn't really a cup of tea, we evaluated. So what you do, we teamed up with somebody smart that knows about the condo conversion. We've done before, okay?
Do you think that's happening again today? In
which
today's
one?
market? Condo conversion?
No, I think
I'm sorry, not condo conversion. Going from condos to apartments.
I would...
Because
yeah.
of HOAs. HOAs have gone skyrocket.
Skyrocket.
Ever since
and
the
there's
building went down on Surfside, HOAs have insurance has gone
Well,
up.
not just that, a lot of the buildings, they're facing the 30-year inspection. People cannot pay it. You have old ladies,
retired
old
people.
old men, old ladies, okay, fixed income.
Correct.
They can write a check $50,000.
Of course not.
They're going to either lose it or
I have a
could be
feeling that's
government bailout. Who knows?
I have a feeling that something's going to happen pretty soon. All those condos are going to be converted
Right.
to multifamily.
Right.
They're going to have to be.
Something has to be done.
Correct.
Right. So during the time, 2006, 7, 8, I bought triple net leases, like Rite Aid, around the country. We bought
around the country now.
Yeah. We bought plazas, okay, around Silent Scene, okay. Vacant lot, we did office building, we did mixed use, yes. A lot of retail. And then I get a phone call sometime before COVID.
I'm sorry to cut you off.
Please.
Before you transition to multifamily, out of all those shopping centers, flex, office buildings, which one is the one that you would prefer the most? That you see that was definitely beneficial?
Multifamily.
Multifamily out of all.
We had some multifamily too. We had everything.
Okay.
In other words, we had a mixed bag. Yes.
Correct.
Retail, mixed use. We had office building,
But
warehouse, industrial.
besides multifamily, what would be your
My next tier will be industrial.
industrial?
Yeah, industrial
Because
because
it's triple net.
it's triple net and basically what it is, there is a tremendous demand for industrial.
Well, right now it is because of Amazon.
It's always right. But
That's what they're building all
it
here.
started back then.
They're building all here.
Oh yeah.
You can't find nothing here. I just sold.
You can't.
I just sold recently my warehouse. I'm rented here, and I bought a year ago, down the street, 3,000 square feet. The first day I put it on the market, sold cash offer,
Cash flow. I believe it. Yeah.
like that.
People love this idea of especially now everything's online. But anyway, so then so we have everything. Meaning we have the retail, we have at hand, okay, all kind of real estate. I get a phone call from some guy. He say, you know what? You're making money, right? Yeah, I'm making money. How about making money next level? What do you mean? I'm happy. No. Sell everything. Get involved in multifamily. Multifamily, you buy.
What year is this?
That was about 2014, 15. Yeah.
Okay.
You buy multifamilies, okay, and you basically you refi. Either you refi the heck out of it, okay, or you sell it, and there's a lot of profit. What happened? Rent always going up.
Rent always
Multifamily.
goes up, and depreciation goes down, so you're always
Exactly. So we did a few thousand units. We bought it down about 3,000 units, at least close to 5,000 units. Okay.
Look at that.
We had an exit of about just under 3,000 units during COVID for different community, from Orlando, Tampa, Gainesville, Miami, of course, Fort Lauderdale. And we're able to achieve just under 50% IRR, 2x.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So multifamily is really we love
It's
multifamily.
the way to go.
It's the way to go because rental, okay, is really, really the key.
How has
for
the rent right now? Because rent is stabilizing a little bit.
Well, the thing is, depends what you're looking at. If you're in South Florida, today we're gonna go live, talk about it, okay?
I have a question.
Right.
Did you start selling? Did you start selling during the pandemic, or were you buying during the pandemic?
I was buying during the pandemic and I sold as we got out of it.
Okay. Now,
Not during the heart of the pandemic, make sense? Not during the heart, meaning not during ground zero. So just as a year or two later, we're coming out.
correct. Because this is the thing. See, this is another theory I have. Right. Interest rates at the time were low. A lot of people that bought 2020, 2021, fairly have good interest rate right
Yeah.
now. But that interest rate now, that
We
balloon
sold 3.5
payment,
cap, 4.5 cap.
correct. So now, but what happens is that those loans are going to mature now.
That's what I'm hearing for the last couple of years. So what I'm seeing right now.
Are there
okay,
5, 7?
No, but what I'm seeing, they're maturing. A lot of lenders, okay, they don't want to have the same mistake as 2006 or 2008, 2007. So what they're doing now, they're walking deals. They give extension to
Okay.
a potential landlord, right?
To wait to see if interest rates
They
come
give
back down
extension,
a bit.
6 months at a time, 12 months at a time. They don't want to foreclose. They don't want to go through the trouble, okay? And because they know apartment is the key.
Correct.
So as long as the landlord working with them, makes sense. I see a lot of this happening right now.
How important is it to have a good lender?
It's very important. I have.
Do you work with regional banks or
No.
or big?
Bigger, yeah, because our product is 200 plus unit, 300 unit, 400 unit. Regional bank is too big for them. So we go
Did
to.
you start off regional?
No, we start with small bank, of course.
Yeah, small
Right,
banks. You
right,
started
right.
off small
10
banks and
unit,
then-
20 unit, 40 unit, right.
And then worked your way.
Right. Because the bigger the product, what you want to do, you want to put bridge financing, right? Bridge
Explain that.
financing-
Explain what that is
So
exactly.
bridge financing, basically, there is a 30-year LIBOR that you have to follow. For example, right now it's I think it's 4.5,
Okay.
4.5, close to 5. So what it is basically, okay, the market follow that trend, okay, and then the lender will add up 3 to 5 points about
Correct.
that, okay. It's not I don't know. I don't want to say it's a hard money, but it's less than hard money. Hard money is 12%, okay. So this is gonna lend you between 7 to 8, sometimes 7.5 to 8.5, okay. It's still high. However, you're not supposed to get comfortable with that loan. It's a very temporary loan until it gets stabilized. It's 12 months to 24 months max, 2-year max. At which point, once it's stabilized, okay, you get agency loan. Agency loan, okay, is much more, it's like 5.5 right now.
Okay.
5 to 5.75. No more 3, there's no 3s or 4s.
Yeah, that's gone.
It's gone, yeah.
That's gone.
You don't need to make money 3%. You can make money with 5.5.
Yeah,
6.
it's buying
You
the
can
deal. It's
buying
buying the
it's
deal.
a price, yeah, exactly. Every deal is sit by itself,
Are you currently buying right now? Still, you're still looking on the market to buy.
Always looking.
Always looking.
Yeah, always looking. And we want to make sure we have I'll tell my audience too, we have the 1% rule. 1% rule, okay, is basically, let's say I'm paying $200,000 a door, right, for unit. I want to get about $2,000 a month rent now in the future.
Correct.
So what happened is, unfortunately, okay, 10-unit deal, 15-unit deal, 20-unit deal, okay? We saw one in Hollywood, 20-unit deal, just for the exercise, not for us, okay? They're asking like an average 20-unit deal about $200,000 a door, okay? And the average rent is about $1,300. But you can't make any money. Oh, no, you can't make money. There is upside to go to 180. So if you want to give me 180 a door, but wait a minute.
You don't
So I'm
buy.
working
You
for
don't
free.
buy. You don't buy off of a performer.
I know, it's okay. So I'll tell you, that's okay. You're gonna get a performer. Oh, so you want me to work for free? Basically, yes. I'm charging performer numbers. Those days are gone. You can't do that.
Long
okay?
gone.
Right. So a lot of people fall in the trap. What happens is, you're gonna be in the red. It's very bad. I tell my audience, don't buy. Hold off.
Hold off.
Hold off.
Have you ever built? Ground up
I got involved in some development.
down
but-
here in Florida?
So no, in Orlando area.
Okay.
And we're still working on that. I'm not a developer.
Is it east side or west side of Orlando?
No, it's south of Orlando, by Kissimmee.
Oh, but okay. Okay.
But I'm not a developer, so unfortunately, I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. So we're still working the deal. We're trying to put together a couple of development partners. But I don't like that. It takes too long. Those things. It
No,
takes
I know.
A very long time.
I know. Have you ever purchased a property that was in the stage of leasing up?
It's my favorite.
Okay.
Those are my favorites. So there is.
They're about 60-70% occupancy and you're still waiting?
So no, we purchased property in Gainesville about a year ago, a year and 2 months ago. 50% occupied.
Oh man.
But wait a minute.
So you get it on
gets-
discount.
That's getting.
But you're also buying in Performa now.
Yes, no, that's not true. That's what. Wait a minute. 50% occupancy. That's going to expired and going to be zero occupancy.
So
Because
are
all
you
the
doing
students?
Oh, okay.
They all expire in August. Okay, but we don't really care about cap rate. We have a way. Okay, so the market shows comes 170, 180 a door. Okay, for 70 construction. We pay 110 a door for 1998 construction.
Wow.
Can you go wrong?
No, you can't.
That's okay. I don't give a shit if it's empty. That's okay. But you have to have enough money in reserve, okay?
Correct.
To build up, right? To make
Are
sure
you
it's-
doing small rehabs on those or no?
What do you mean small? Yeah.
Are you rehabbing
So
the
what we do, yeah. So let's say it's 300 unit, okay? The idea is, okay, if a person comes in, okay, and rehab, do value every single unit, 300 unit, new kitchens, okay? Do you think when you go out to the market, thank you, you don't get the credit.
The rent goes up $100 and that's
You
it.
don't get the credit. So what do you want to do? You want to do about 1/3 of it. 1/3 or 40% of the property, brand new kitchen, brand new everything. And then you're able to show rent going up in demonstrating higher rent. So if a new buyer comes in, oh, look at this. I'm getting the rent already. Let me continue, okay?
There's a property I serviced up in Boca, West Boca, that was just purchased, and it's about 500 units, and they did about 150 units rehab, bathrooms, small kitchen, remove popcorn. We landed that job, and it's about that. It's just exactly how you said it. It's only a third to show rents going up
Exactly, continue, right.
and continue. Yeah.
People don't understand it. They think if we, let me be a good boy, okay? Do the whole property, I get more money. You're not going to get more money.
lose your ass.
You lose your ass, right.
You lose your ass.
Buyer wants to see, okay, new buyer. They wants to be able to demonstrate, yes, you can get rent, you can get more money, okay, and the unrenovated unit. But my favorite thing is the lease burn-off.
Explain that.
Lease burn-off, basically property is already achieved. It's upside, meaning it doesn't have any more capex.
Okay.
So how do you make money? You basically the lease expires, right? At some point, so you do pen job, maybe you do the bare minimum, rent goes up regardless.
No matter what, because of the
No matter
area.
what. Because of the area, because of the location, because of the camps, you have to do
So you don't have to invest no money.
no money, just very little bare minimum, and this is what they call lease burn off. Okay, you wait
Lease burn off is
Yeah.
called. Okay, I learned a
burn.
new terminology.
There you go. That's
Lease
what I'm here
burn
for.
off.
Lease burn off.
Yeah, those are the best then, because you
The
don't
best,
really have
the
to.
best.
Because you don't have to invest nothing.
Correct. Yeah. See, I learn everything. Okay, from people that much wealthier than me, close to $1 billion. Okay, so all my knowledge, information, I'm trying to give out to the public. I'm trying to pay it forward.
You have you have.
By the way, I don't charge anything. We
Oh.
give we right now we put in seminars, workshop,
Nice.
on YouTube every single day, almost at least 3 times a week, and
To give
very
back.
very important information.
That's
about
good.
to raise rent.
Whoever wants to get into real estate, because people think that once I step foot in it, I'm going to become this millionaire. No, it's you get rich
right,
for
you get-
sure,
exactly.
but it just takes time.
It takes time.
It takes time. You have
And
to need a lot
also-
of patience.
You have a lot of people that give that try to sell seminars, and they have I'm boots on the ground.
Zero skin in the game.
Zero, not just 25 years boots on the ground. There is something to say, right?
100%.
Okay? A lot of people they took a seminar or two, or they bought a house to flip it. Oh, now I can be.
Let me go
well,
sell
I
these
mean,
courses. Let
we
me go.
call it- in English, call it Maven.
Correct.
And now I know everything, okay? And you don't, okay? Until you're in it, okay? And you lose too sometimes. It's okay. You know what I mean?
Nobody talks about their losses. Everybody talks about their wins.
Right.
But you definitely there's definitely has been in the 25 years. You definitely must have had bad deals.
I had some bad deal, but you know what? When I met my attorney, okay, and I don't want to mention name because of
Of course, that's
okay?
fine.
about 15 years ago. You know, when you first asked 12 years ago, the first question, I don't care about your success. Tell me about when you lost money. How did you
overcome that?
How did you overcome? My lifestyle did not change. My lifestyle did not change. I lost some money in the bank, yes, but I was still able to maintain the same lifestyle.
Look at that.
That's amazing. That me and not a lot of people.
But forget about the lifestyle. How did it change your mental?
Made me stronger. You persevere. Makes sense? Because you know what? I'm coming back stronger. And I did.
Yeah.
You know, it's all, listen,
Sometimes in life
it's
you need
all
that, and in
mindset.
business you need that too.
It's all in mindset. People are very comfortable 9-to-5 job, but they're very comfortable in their bubble. Okay?
Correct.
My job is to get them out of the bubble, okay? And
Well, you have to build that self-confidence.
You have to feel right.
And-
but I
and-
know what they have. They have what it takes.
Everybody
they just don't know.
does.
Everybody. You know, it's just there. You know, and it's sleeping. My job is to wake them
A
up.
lot of people are also comfortable too.
They get very comfortable.
And there's
yeah.
some people that are just complacent, and that's fine.
Right.
Because there's people that are just complacent, and it's okay to be
Agreed.
complacent.
Agreed.
I'm just not one of them. I'm not one of them. I worked for 12 years, and at 12 years I just quit my job cold turkey. Did
What
not
kind
know
of job
what
was
to
that?
do. I was working at a BMW dealership. I was a service advisor for 12 years. Made good money,
Of course.
you know? And one day decided to quit cold turkey, start my company. Zero. Took
That
me,
was the best move you did. The best. I'm proud of you.
thank you, 3 years without collecting one check, living off of credit cards
Look
and
at that.
savings.
Look at that. But you
And-
had to believe. You know, you believe in yourself, and you know that I'm
Correct.
going to be there. You
Correct.
kept pushing. You kept pushing. You kept pushing. You kept pushing.
Correct.
You know, right?
From 4 employees, it started off with 2, from then to 4. Now we have over 150 employees.
How about it? See.
You know,
You
big
persevere.
company. Yeah, of course.
persevere
And don't get
and
me
then-
wrong. It's always every single day is a learning experience because there's, you know, I all those bad days I call them character building days because you're just building up your character, you're
There you
building up
go.
your character,
Right.
having to deal with all these
Right.
these different things
Right.
when it comes down to business. Eventually, I service these multifamilies, so I walk into these properties and I enjoy seeing, you know, when they're selling and you know the new buyers are coming in and they have to do their due diligence and they have to
And you
walk
love
through the
it, like
properties.
this, right.
I enjoy all that, and I can't wait to hopefully one day be able to own, you know, maybe a piece of what you own.
Ah, listen,
You know?
what? You have to vision it, okay, and you have to set goal. You know, mind. You're a young guy, so you're fine. You know what I mean. I'm an old man already. No, but you're gonna make it. You have to have that vision.
That's what
Fire
it
in the
comes down
belly,
to.
and,
And find the right
transition.
people.
Yeah, you have to be friend with smart people, okay, and it's a transition period. You know that you have the transition from what you're doing now. You understand to owning. That's it's a big move.
It
but
is a
it
big
can be
move.
baby step.
Of course. So right now you're giving out these free courses online on YouTube,
All free, yes, correct.
and it's educating
Very
from.
much so. It's not something you learn in college or university or from a teacher or from. It's been boots on the ground, okay, day in, day out.
And you're teaching either somebody that's new to real estate or somebody that already has been.
Correct.
Okay.
Everybody.
And to get
Everybody.
them to the next level.
Absolutely, right. Today we're going to talk about. We're going live at 1 o'clock. We're going to talk about Atorez Rent Part 2.
Okay.
That's going to be.
That's exciting stuff, man. A lot of people find it boring, man. But if you're a real estate person, you know all this stuff is very exciting.
So my stuff can be boring. However, here's the good news. Okay, I put some very funny shorts.
Okay, cool.
In my
So you make it
Instagram-
entertaining.
Instagram, yeah, Instagram.
I saw
TikTok,
that. I
okay?
saw that.
Because you gotta have some fun to it a little
Of
bit.
course.
But then it's time to get serious too.
So this is a serious question now. Obviously, you're successful, very successful. Why give back to those that want that are looking for that one person? What is it that's instilled in you
I feel
right
good
now?
about it.
Okay.
I feel good and I feel satisfied.
Because
and
you're successful, you have the money, you have everything. Why is it that you're giving back?
I feel really good. I did not have that, so it's my job right now to show to help. I feel that's I'm here in this world, okay, in this life to show pay it forward. That's what they call it.
Pay forward.
Right.
After
There's nothing wrong with that. And I enjoy it, by the way. too.
Of
I
course.
enjoy it.
There's a couple of big people that I've had on the show. You know, Todd being one of them as well. You guys met Todd.
He's a good
And
guy,
it's
yeah.
just giving back. Because we
Giving
all,
back.
because for you and for me as well, you know, and I'm pretty sure for Jacob and for Joey, we're always seeking that one person to give us that one opportunity,
Right.
right? Just that one opportunity
by the way,
to believe in us.
Absolutely. And by the way, I have
And we have to pay that forward.
we have a lot of followers, right, on Instagram, hundreds of thousands, okay? And I tell people, listen, before you buy your first deal, DM me. Send me the deal. I want to see it. I don't
Look at
want you to
that.
make a mistake. Oh, I don't mind, yeah. I love doing it. I don't want my people to lose money. With me, you're not going to lose money.
Look at that. Look at that. So anything new coming up? Any besides this? Are you planning maybe doing an event, a mastermind, something
No,
like that? 'Cause
we-
we could definitely collaborate together and do something like that.
I'm open to
Do something like
we have,
that.
Yeah, we have a lot of high profile people on our own podcast show that we're interviewing, and I love to learn about the people, how to get started, just like you.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of hunger, right? Especially down here in South Florida. A lot of people want to get into real estate.
Yeah, and you
They
know what?
want
It's,
to.
again, it's a mindset. That you have to have that mindset, and you have to tell yourself, I can do it, and don't listen to outside influence is very bad. There's so much negativity on the
There
outside,
is.
and people tell you that you cannot do it, don't do this, don't do that. Okay, you need to disassociate yourself from. Don't have any negative people or any negative friends because they're gonna bring you down.
Yeah,
That's the best advice
and
I can give.
that's just in life in general.
Yeah, life in general, you can, because what happens is they bring you down, and you say, oh, I guess I'm comfortable, stay where I am, So you can have that. You need to have that positive outlook and the vision.
Most of the properties that you buy, are they all like A class, B
So
class,
we
C
got,
class?
right. That's a good question. I was gonna talk about it. No, B and C. Right now, we're gonna get involved.
Because there's always an upside.
Right, we're gonna go heavily right now on A classes.
Nice.
The A class is it's long term. It's a 10-year-old, but we like it because it's less management intense.
Correct. Are you doing all the management yourself in house as well?
We do everything. We have a GC, everything.
So everything is how. When you go to these A class, are you going third party management?
No,
or
no. Everything we do on our own. We have boots on the ground. Yeah,
That's the way to do it.
yeah. No, we pay our managers very well. We give nice bonuses. Okay, you gotta take care of your people.
100%.
Because I'm not there all the time. You gotta take care of your people.
Yeah,
You know, and
100%.
and that, by the way, they appreciate it too.
Of course, they're gonna
do.
treat the property like if it's
do.
their own.
Yeah,
That's I completely agree with you.
right.
A lot of these big management companies or a lot of these big companies that are buying now, especially down here, that's what they're moving away from management, stop paying those fees and hiring within and paying them good, and they're avoiding the property manager, but the management companies.
The third party management, they don't care as much, unfortunately. It's just a number.
Correct.
That's okay, but I don't like to be a number. That
Yeah.
means I'm gonna pay through the roof. Like we get 3 estimates, okay, every time, okay.
Yeah, to
can-
make sure everything is
Of
good.
course, we don't just there's no freebies, They know also my expectation from them. They know what I'm looking for.
How often do you walk your properties, or you really don't?
Once a week.
Wow. Okay.
Of course, I'm going out. I'm going today to Gainesville. Then we're going to Jacksonville, and then I'm going to Orlando. So we always.
You typically
we always
buy
boots on the
around
ground.
college towns like that.
No,
Okay.
I buy where the opportunity exists. Does that make sense? I
100%.
buy where I see I can see
Where the deal
value.
makes sense. Where the deal makes sense.
I need good value.
Where the deal makes sense.
Right.
That's good. That's good. Well, I think we've pretty much spoke a lot.
We spoke
I
a
can't
lot.
wait. I can't wait. I can't wait to the next episode so we could dive into a little bit more.
Next time, I'm going to invite you to my
Well, I would love it.
my studio. We are in
I
Hollywood.
would love it. I'm always in the area. I have
Right.
service properties in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
On
Then we can talk about you more.
Of course, I would greatly appreciate that. You know that I've never been on a podcast to tell my story. Only
Really?
one, but I've never been able to tell my story, and I think my story will definitely motivate a lot of people.
Definitely.
A lot of
Right.
people. I want to invite you next week if you do have the time to our community, so that way you'll be able to
Next
be
week
a
or
guest
for-
speaker.
next week?
Yeah, it's April 4th. When's
That's 2 weeks.
It's in 2 weeks. It's the first Thursday of every month.
I'm
April
going to be out of
3rd.
town April 3rd.
Okay, if you can, then the following.
That's fine,
It's
that's
no,
fine.
there's no rush.
Yeah.
No rush, but I think it'll be a great opportunity for the people in my community to sit
I'm
down
looking forward to it
and
very much.
thank you for the time.
Thank
We
you.
want to make sure, Jacob, that we put all his stuff on all your
Yeah.
links and everything, so that way people could follow you, know where to find
They
you.
can follow me. I can tell the camera. They can.
Of course,
Yeah,
take-
we are on YouTube under Yalmi Heber. If you like what you see, please subscribe and like. It will really help our cause. We're here to pay it forward and teach you guys real estate.
When's your book coming out?
My book is coming out about a couple of months, Joy. About 3 or 4 months.
Sweet.
It's going to be very exciting. I can't
That's
wait.
awesome. That's
wait.
awesome.
And we also on Instagram and TikTok. And Instagram, it's a little bit funny stuff, okay?
Yeah, I
But
see
then we
those-
get down and dirty and very serious in YouTube.
100%.
Thank you very much.
100%. Oh, thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.